All right. So, hello everyone. Today, I want to talk about Gmail labels. Sometimes people refer them as folders, and I don't know if there's confusion there, but I just want to maybe try to clarify a few things. Okay. Uh, when you have an email that comes into your inbox in Gmail, you can definitely automatically assign a filter to it based on what they call filter rules, right? Which is something like by clicking here or going into settings, so that things are automatically happening for you, and or you can do things manually, right? So for instance, here I can click on this particular email. I can right click on it and I can assign it a label, right? So I can say Pierre at Healing Strong. Okay. So whenever an email is in your inbox, right, in this what we call the primary view here, it's very important, right? In your primary view, all the emails you see here, right, does not mean it's all the emails you have in your inbox. A primary view is so you could say is a somewhat of a filtered view. Okay, that is that Gmail decides on its own. This is what primary means. But if you want to see, so if you scroll down here, you'll see a bunch of emails and a whole bunch of Pierre Haddy Healing Strong labels, right? Now, if I want to see just those emails, right, just all of my emails related to Pierre Healing Strong, right, I can go down to my label here and click on on this. And this is, again, a filtered view of only the emails that qualify in terms of that are predetermined to be Pierre Healing Strong labels. So they're all here, right? Same thing with my golf buddies or another group that we have here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to inbox. Now, what I can do here, right, as I saw, I just relabeled it, so I'm going to unlabel it. No, what I'll do is I'll leave it like this, just as an example, okay? So what I can do here is people will say, what's the difference between move to and label, right? So when you just label things, right, the email itself stays in your primary view, or right, it stays here, but now you just have this filter that's added, this tag that is just added to it. But if I say move, right, and I move it to the proper place because that's what the tag that I've assigned it, the label. So I want to make sure I move it there. All that does it removes it from my primary view, moving forward, right? That's all it does. So I'm going to say I'm going to move it to my view here. See, now that email is no longer here, but it's of course it's still here because the today's leader group is right here, right? And if I go into my inbox, it's not here. But if I scroll down here to say all mail, it's going to be here. See the Janet. So all mail is really the ultimate view or filter, you could say, to see all your emails in your inbox. Because this strips away or ignores all types of filters, primary, promotion, all any labels you have. It ignores all those filters and it shows you everything. That's why here, for instance, I'm seeing this Corel flash sale email that I was not seeing in my primary view, right? And but it's in part of my promotion, right? So there are some predefined categories or labels. Again, another word, category. To me, again, it's the same thing, right? I'll open this up here. These are the ones that are predefined by Gmail that it uses internally, without outside of my control, to group types of emails together, right? And on top of that, I can have my own filters by creating my own labels to filter the view even more. Okay, so what we're doing here is when we are either labeling emails or moving emails, all we're doing here is we're filtering what we see and how things are shown. That's all we're doing. So there's no such thing as a folder and an email disappeared. The only way an email will disappear if it's deleted. And then it ends up in the trash, obviously. So if an email is in the trash, then obviously you can bring it back, right? You can say, move back to your inbox. But if it's the email is no longer here, even in the trash, that means you've permanently deleted it, or something went wrong at Google, and your email is gone. I mean, obviously, you know, software is not perfect, so sometimes you'll have weird things happen. But most of the time, I would say like 99% of the time, an email is never lost. The only time it's lost is because you delete it without realizing you were deleting it, and then technically it should be in your trash, you know, for a few days before it's permanently deleted by Gmail. Okay, so I just wanted to try to clarify that as far as what labels are and the purpose of it. Right? It's basically it's to limit to see emails just that qualify. Now I can briefly talk about filters, right, and applying things automatically. When you go to here in your settings, filters, and block email addresses, I have all these filters that I created, right? So let's look at the one here for Healing Strong. So this particular email, filter, basically means if someone sends an email to pierre@healingstrong.org, right, then I want to apply a label called Pierre@healingstrong. Right? And it also, what it does is, based on my rules here, it already has already scanned my inbox and determined that there's 86 emails in my inbox. I would say my all inbox, if you want to be very specific here, that qualify to add this label to those emails. Right? Obviously, if the label is already there, it's not going to add it a second time, but it's saying basically there's 86 emails that you have that match this setting, this filter. So then you say update filter, and it's done. Okay. And then if I go back to my Pierre Healing Strong here, technically according to this, there should be 86 emails here. It says 1 of 87. There we go. You see, so they're all here. So that's all that is, these rules and these filters and labels. That's what it means. All right, so I hope this clarifies things for you. If it doesn't, or you have more questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.